Hello and welcome to KitPlus TV, supported by Mediaproxy. Now, we're here again reporting on the new Rainbow and Double Rainbow from Quasar Science. Now, these are linear LED units for motion picture and digital content creatives.
Yeah, we spoke with Ian Muir about the new units and he gave us a good overview on what to expect, but we wanted a bit more detail on two aspects that he highlighted, the colour science and the connectivity. So we're going to be speaking to Tim Kang and Ben Dynice about these features, and here to tell us a bit more about the connectivity, please welcome Ben Dynice all the way from Los Angeles, CA. As always, welcome to the show, Ben. And before we go deeper, can you give us a brief overview of why connectivity has become so important, and a brief overview of how your approach is?
Sure. Yeah. With the Rainbow 2 and the Double Rainbow, we've really accentuated the connectivity aspects of this light because of the pixelation. The 2-foot Double Rainbow is two rows of 10 pixels for a total of 20 pixels. The 4-foot Double Rainbow is 2 rows of 24 pixels for a total of 48 pixels.
Right.
With all of these pixels and all of this control that we have going on, DMX ends up being a control that has some limitations, right? A DMX universe is 512 channels. Well, instantly a 4-foot Double Rainbow can get near the max of a universe. So we knew that controlling these lights was going to be something that we had to find the proper solution in order to do it. And that's why we really focused on putting inside every Double Rainbow. We have a couple interesting bits of technology. First, we have a network switch inside of every Double Rainbow. We have the ability to take not just DMX in, but we can also take Ethernet or ArtNet into the light as well. And so Ethernet and, SACN and ArtNet. With SACN and ArtNet, Now you're talking about sending every universe to every light, so to speak, so that you can have a better distributed network, so you can control all your lights. Because it's not just one pixel of control. It's not just 5 simple channels. They can get up to be around 450 DMX channels just to control.
So how do you, if you want to set these up as part of your network, you've got some status lights on there. What do they show, and how important are those for people when they're configuring?
Yeah, when you're configuring your network, we have a handy little shortcut guide that it will kind of explains the status lights. Because if you're let's say you're working in SACN, well, you're going to look for a certain color combination of your status lights. That way that when you're setting up your network, do I have a yellow data light? Is my data light yellow on the light? Is that properly configured? It will really help you to quickly and easily see that the light's okay. The light's receiving the proper communication.
And the different methods of connecting to the lights, I guess I'm trying to get at, in order to create a universe, are we only able to do this via Ethernet, or can it be wireless? Can it be Bluetooth? What are the different, connection options, and where do they fit in? Sure.
Yeah, we can connect to the light both wired and wirelessly. For the wireless connections, we have CRMX by Lumen Radio. So inside every light, you have the ability to connect to a Lumen Radio transmitter. Also inside the light, we have Wi-Fi. So with the Wi-Fi control, there are some limitations, of course, with Wi-Fi with latency, but we do have 2 connection options inside with Wi-Fi. The first is you could connect your light to an existing wireless network, like in your home office or whatever. The second option is you could set each light up to be its own wireless router, and then you could connect other lights to it, so it can act as a wireless access point. And then the third wireless connection option we have is Bluetooth. So with Bluetooth, as part of the Lumen Radio chip, you can talk directly to the light and you can use a lot of the popular iOS and Android apps like Luminaire, Blackout, Lighticians to control the light.
So these have got some neat features in as well, haven't they? Like lead and follow. Tell us how that works and what sort of applications would use that.
Yeah, for lead and follow, this is the ability to manually control many lights from one light. So you could do that in one of 2 ways. First, you can link them with CRMX, with the Lumen Radio. So you could turn one light into a wireless transmitter, and the other lights would connect to it as receivers. And then any change you make to that lead light will happen on the follows. So the examples of this are if you have a bunch of lights rigged up high and you don't have a console, you don't have a big means of controlling them. Well, you keep one light on the ground, you set that light to red, 50% desaturated towards 2000K, then all of the followers will do the same. It also applies to the effects, all the built-in effects that we have in the lights. If you want them all to do a fire effect, well, it would be very difficult to go to every light and set it to a fire effect if you were building a big array of them. But with lead and follow, you could set your minimum, set your max of your fire effect, and they'll all kind of behave within that and to create a more more interesting fire. Because ultimately, when you're creating fire, when you're dealing with effects, and you're using them to light talent, to light your subjects, the more pixels you have dancing around, the more energy you can put on your subjects will yield a better result.
I wish now with the control and pixels now, and they're getting how much control over each pixel you've got. Is it possible in any to maybe even generate low res graphics on them? Because if you're doing flames,
definitely.
Can you?
Yeah, I mean, with especially when you get into start doing large arrays, we have what is called our ladder lights, and what we like to do with those is do 32 8-footers down, and you could start to put video right on top of them. I mean, that's part of the push we're putting with all these control options, is the ability to integrate seamlessly with LED volumes, to be able to map the same footage that you're putting in the volume, put that on your a ladder or a bank of your rainbow 2s or your double rainbows, to really help to immerse your talent into that 3D environment, into that volume. Because part of the trick when you're working with LED volumes is, how do you have the lighting interact with your talent to make the audience believe they're in the same space, right? So if you have, that flashing light above them that you see in the background, that's, let's say it's like a rose tint to it. Well, if you want to take that same piece of media and map it into your rainbow and double rainbows to create that on your talent, to get them to feel like they're in that same space.
So I guess you must have identified some new applications that have come out of that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, working in this space that's only really pushed forward the past few years of the LED volumes, having pixelated control and having lights that essentially, when our pixels are about 1.5 inches square, you really can create more dynamic lighting that way, to work in these XR, VR, all the different applications that are happening.
So also, I did want to touch on, we can learn a bit more from a couple of your mates on your YouTube channel, Roger Smurple and Jean-Claude. What are they telling us on YouTube? Are we going to see lots of videos coming out regarding training from them?
Yeah, they're definitely going to be helpful in training and getting our viewers to watch the more boring videos. But no, they'll be around for a while. They're good guys.
Where can we send people, Ben, to find out more?
QuasarScience.com is where you'd want to go to see more information, watch our videos, get tutorials, to really dive deep into the Rainbow 2 and Double Rainbow. We have a brand new help section that we just launched, help.quasarscience.com, with our online manuals. It's just a way to get more immersive into the technology. If you like getting into the data, if you like really seeing the nuts and bolts of how it all gets put together, you can check it out there, help.quasarscience.com.
Brilliant. Thanks, Ben. So that's the website. Head over to Quasar Science, check out the new help section. Very interesting stuff. Thank you to Mediaproxy for their support of KitPlus TV, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And all of these chats, of course, are available as a podcast if you're on the move. Search your podcast directory for KitPlus, or check out kitplus.com/podcast. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.